Hello and welcome back to another instructional video. In today's video, we're going to be looking at a probability problem where we're going to be looking at the word banana and we're going to see what the probability is of pulling the same letter twice. Now, we can imagine that we might write each of these letters, B, A, N, A, N-A, on a tile, on a small wooden tile. So we have 6 tiles and we place them in a bag. And we can pull one out, but we're not going to replace it. So to help me imagine my sample space, I have a table right here, and I can't pull a B twice because I'm not replacing. I only have one letter B. So I'm going to X out. I'm going to undo that. Let's use white. We'll save green for later. So I can, let me move this palette over here. I'm trying to hide that. Okay, there we go. So I know I can't get 2 B's because once I take one, there are no other B's. And I can't take this A twice. I can only take it once. So I'm just Xing out on the diagonal because once I take them in the first draw, they are not available in the second draw. Okay? And I apologize for having this extra space down at the bottom. Those are not part of our sample space. Okay, so the first thing is, what is my sample space? So what are the possible options? So I have, I know this is an array 6 by 6, and I know that's equal to 36. I could count them manually, but I'm not. And then I know that I've taken out 6, so I'm left with 30 possibilities. Okay. Now let's first do this. Let's use the table to first see what we have here. I'm going to change colors and let's see the letters that can be drawn twice. If in order for them to be drawn twice, they need to have more than one of them. So the first letter I notice that there is more than one of is the letter A. Okay, see I have 2 A's here. So I'm going to use A to mark all the possibilities of drawing that A twice. So I can see, let's pretend that maybe this horizontal is draw 1 and the vertical is draw 2. Okay, so if I reach into my bag and I first get this A right here, this A, the first time that could be matched with the second A would be right down here. Now there are 3 A's, so there's another option right there. So that was 1, 2, and then let's go to the other column of A's. Oh, and I have one more over here. Can't forget about that. Let's look down these columns. So I have a match there, and I have a match there. Finally, I'll come to this last column, and A matches here and matches here. So if my sample space is 30, the probability of drawing 2 letter A's would be 6 out of 30. Okay. Now, that's not the rule. I didn't say what's the probability of 2 A's. So we're going to have to add to that something because this is going to be the probability of drawing 2 A's or the probability of drawing 2 N's. I'm going to switch colors. We'll notice that we have 2 N's in the word. Okay. So let's look at our table. Where does this N match up? I see 1, 2, and those are the only 2 matches that I see with the letter N. So that gives us, and we're going to add this, so that's going to be plus 2 out of 30 giving us, which would be equal to 8 out of 30. We might reduce that to 4 out of 15. So I have a 4 in 15 chance of drawing 2 of the same letters. Now, earlier today, I said that I would use, I'd show another method, and let's see if this will let me scroll on this page. It will not, so I'm going to just go ahead and create a new page. And I'm going to just rewrite my word banana. B-A-N-A-N-A. Okay. I have 6 letters when I first choose, but remember that on the second one, we're doing without replacement. Okay, so on the only 2 options that I have, as we had before, would be an A or an N. So if I pick if on the first draw, so I'm going to work this out numerically now. If on the first draw I have, let's see, there are 2 A's in the word, 3 A's in the word, 1, 2, 3, and there are 6 total letters that first draw, so I have 3 out of 6. Okay, now I'm going to multiply that because this is an N statement, so I have, what's the probability of grabbing an A on the first and getting an A on the second? So now that I've already drawn one of the A's, and there are 5 letters left, there would only be 2 A's remaining. And so I would say 2 out of 5. So this would give me 30. Okay, notice that our sample space is the same. And then this is 2 times 3 is 6. So I have a 6 out of 30 chance of getting that A, or I could draw an N. So what are the possibilities of grabbing an N? So I would do, let's switch to blue. So I have 2 N's. So on the first draw, I have a 2 out of 6 chance to draw that, and on the second one, I would have 1 N left, and that would be still out of 5, because remember we have 1 less tile in the bag. If I multiply that out, we get 30, and that's 2. So 8 over 30, which is also equal to 4, over 15. So that's the probability. Maybe I'll circle that in white. That's the probability of grabbing 2 tiles that match, that the letters match, without replacement. Let's take a look at our other answer. So our other answer without, we had that 8. Did I not finish writing that? Let's see. Let's go back here. It looks like I did not write all the letters. But as we saw, we have all the numbers. We have 8 out of 30. Let's go ahead and fix that incomplete mistake there. So that's 4 out of 15. Okay, that's our final probability. Thanks for learning with me, and I'll see you next time.